Ew.
Hi there. Break down the song.
Oh my god, but anyway, like, just play Adele. But,
What the fuck? I'm just eating. Sorry, our cat's being obnoxious and actually
She-
surviving. Just kidding.
I would never hurt. What? This bitch. Okay, so as you know, trying to get healthy here, and I went to Albertsons last night before I came home, you know, and I was like, I'm gonna grab some stuff to snack on, like some healthy stuff, because I wanted to so bad get chips and dip and like all this shit, but like I passed it up and got those those things that have the fruit or vegetables in it. And I was gonna get one of those like infused waters, but I like they all look kind of nasty, so I was like, I'll just wait and get that
They
another
already
time.
don't taste like fucking citrus.
But I was gonna get the strawberry orange one, but I don't know how that would have tasted.
That probably tastes good.
Probably. But I bought a water because I wanted to try it. I bought flavored water because I used to like it as a kid, but I haven't really liked it recently. And she keeps drinking it. Like I got like a few sips in, and she just took over my fucking water. So she has to buy me another one.
They're only like 79 cents, so I'm probably just gonna go in and buy like a whole shitload of them because those are really good. But I've been drinking Sobe water or life water because those are healthy for you. I love the dragon fruit life water. That shit's fucking bomb. Okay.
What's wrong with those? What, you saying those aren't healthy?
No, they are. It's just I can't drink a lot of carbonation, so they're not the healthiest alternative for me personally because I can't drink carbonation that much. So, but I mean, they are healthy. I mean, they have like nothing.
But oh my god, I'm pulling hair out of my boobs. Anyway, like that's attractive.
I feel like the Grease moment. Oh, she just pulled up her chest. A lock of hair from my chest. Literally. I love that movie. Sorry. Okay, anyway, go ahead. Okay, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about something totally different. So, yeah.
Anyway, I hate when she does like accents. I could be so mad if she can do an accent, and then I'm just like, I go from mad to turn on.
Like, you're so hot.
Thank you, fucking bitch. No.
Okay.
But when she just has her regular voice, then she's not happy.
Oh,
She's not
thanks.
wrong, so, yeah.
I always have to sound
Anyway.
British around her.
Alright, oh my god, I have an itch. I'm trying to get it without. I have hit this thing like 3 times already and it really fucking hurt.
Okay. She's
But,
like,
I'm like, anyway, so we're supposed to be.
Michelle wants to make a cameo.
Where is she? Oh, it's here. But, we're supposed to be discussing, not full blown Christianity, but Christianity and what it's like to be, like, gay in a Christian family.
Mostly her side. I have a completely different upbringing, so obviously.
Anyway, yes, bitch. She's just here. But, yeah, so that's basically what I'm talking about, like, what it was like coming out and stuff like that. And when I first came out, I came out as bi, because I still thought that, you know, I was, like, kind of into guys, but. And then I told my mom, I mean, I don't know, I don't really remember how that went. It was like, like it was kind of okay. And I feel like my mom, she tells me she's gonna love me regardless anyway. I mean, but the thing is like I get that she says she loves me, and she knows that I've been with women, and she likes Ava and stuff like that. But I don't know. I remember one time in the car, my mom like asked me, and it made me uncomfortable. But she was like, pretty much, she was like, "Are you prepared? Can you say that you're prepared to go to hell for, pretty much what you are?" And like, she was like, "Can you honestly tell me you're prepared for that?" And like, I mean, I didn't even really say anything. And like, I used to tell my parents because I was like, so afraid, like that they weren't comfortable with, sorry, with like who I was, that I'd be like, "Oh, well, I mean, I'm with Ava for right now, but I mean, who knows? I might be like a guy in my future." It seemed like my parents got happy because I said that, but I wasn't happy. Like, I feel like I have to tell them that just so they'll be like, happy and content with me, but I don't know. Struggle. The struggle is real. Like, I always question it.
Can I add something though?
Yeah.
With her, well, I don't know. I don't want to be like saying how her mom feels. It's more of like her opinion because it's her mom. But I think so more with her dad. I think the reason he felt that way wasn't because like she's lesbian, because he has like a lot of gay people in his side of the family, like his nephew and like his, I think he said his brother, one of his brothers, I don't remember what he said, but he has like gay, not mostly nephews in his family, so he's used to that. He's okay with it. I think it was mostly because he just didn't like me, because when our ex girlfriend Sarah came out here, which is another story, he wanted her to be with her. So it was kind of like he didn't give a shit that we were gay or lesbian. It's because he just didn't like me, which is another story. But I feel like that's more so your dad. I don't know how her mom feels, but that's just how I feel about her dad's side of it.
I mean, I know how my mom feels because she was, brought up in the church. And when you're brought up in that kind of lifestyle, you're taught that gay people are an abomination. They go to hell. Just like people that commit suicide apparently go to hell. So that's what you're taught, um, going through that. And when I was a kid, I was baptized and stuff. And like my mom, because when I was a kid, I was really like into it. I was like really about Christianity and praying and stuff like that, and like speaking in tongues and all that. Like I was really like devoted as a kid, but as I got older, I was like kind of like, why would I want to worship someone that's not okay with pretty much people living how they want to love, being who they want to be? Why should you have to go to hell because the person you love has the same parts as you? you know. So, I mean,
That's the thing. Christians don't like when you question that. Like they want you to just live by the book and that's it. Like literally.
but I mean, I don't know. Like my mom, like I always say, she's not like super Christian because she did let us do stuff for Halloween. I know some Christian people that were against that, and she hasn't like abandoned me and disowned me when I did tell her that I was lesbian and stuff like that when I fully like came out. Like, because I've had friends whose parents disowned them, kicked them out and everything else, like just crazy shit. But something I struggle with on a daily basis and something I was talking to Abe about like 2 weeks ago, which is something I don't really like. I hadn't really told her because I struggle with it on my own. I deal with it like internally, and I was just telling her how I question myself, and I'm like, do I really want to continue to, be myself, or should I just fake it and be with someone that I probably won't really be happy with? Definitely wouldn't be happy like sexually or anything like that, but I was like, do I just make my family happy, get with a guy, and make it easier on them, and then just suffer through it, or do I just continue to be with someone I love and I'm happy with, and then like have my family like kind of secretly be upset. So I mean, I don't know. I don't honestly know how my mom feels and stuff like that. Like I know about the Christianity part of it, but I don't like to get into it with her. I really don't. There's just a lot of things that I don't want to discuss. A lot of things that I just like Christianity, lesbianism, and piercing, tattoos. There's just all kinds of shit that I don't like discussing with my mom because I get like full blown lectures. So I mean, my mom like she'll tell me and hint, oh, I'm kind of hoping you'll get with a guy, or you know, I don't know. I mean, she says she accepts me, but how can you accept me? And I know she loves me, but how could you accept me? And then you kind of try to hint that you want me to like get with a guy at some point. So it's just hard to deal with.
I don't hate her mom. I mean, I'm honest. I mean, because I know her mom like likes me and loves me as like a person, but at the same time, it does upset me kind of a little bit. Not too much because it's not like I just don't really like I don't really think about it. Because her mom doesn't make it like that obvious that she's not okay with it. Like she doesn't throw so many
Yeah,
buckets in
like
that you're like, okay, seriously, just come out and say it. You know what I mean? Like she's pretty, you know, subtle with it. Like she's not whatever, but like it's just like when she tells me that, it just kind of like because
yeah. She's over there.
oh. she it kind of because I'm completely anti-religion. Like she knows I don't fuck with religion. I don't like it. But do you do what you want. But my thing is that it does upset me because it's like because in a way like it's kind of weird when people don't accept homosexuality because if you really think about it, like I explained this to her, is that it all comes down to the sex, if you really think about it. Because there's literally no other reason to think that it's disgusting, because there's literally no reason. The only reason that it's, and I explained this to her when I went on my rant, was that it's kind of sad because I'm like, you kind of have to say God's a pervert if that's the only reason that he doesn't like gays is because we can't procreate. Literally. If that's the only reason that it's an abomination, that's kind of sick. If you want to think about it.
Alrighty, wow.
Just saying.
Like,
getting on a whole other spiel. I'm sorry. She knows how I feel about religion.
I'm like, gotta get a muzzle and just
muzzle.
Kissed it.
You know, muzzle.
Anyway, I don't know. And then my mom, like, she was willing to go to my wedding with her and stuff like that. Like, it's like she supports me, you know. But like, I feel like my mom, I feel like she struggles with it too, because of how she was raised, how she was brought up. Like, she wants to support me and she loves me, but at the same time, her Christianity comes in, and then like I feel like she battles it too. So she can't fully like support me because of her beliefs and how she was raised. And there's nothing wrong with that if you're Christian and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not throwing shade or hate or anything like that. I mean, do you, you know? But it's just a struggle, and it's not fair for me to question myself when I know that, you know, she's someone I want to marry, and I don't want to like have to like marry like a dude and stuff like that. But it's just not fair to go to bed at night and because of how you were brought up and being in a family that everyone's Christian, and you go to bed fearing if you die, well, I'm going to hell because of who I love, and because of other things that I do that is a sin and all that other stuff. So it's just not fair to go to bed freaking out like that. Like I always freak out and I'm like I'm afraid to die at night. And then there's times where I think, well, maybe like right before like I die or something, I could like ask God for forgiveness. And I'm like, why should I have to ask for forgiveness for who I am? Like there's just a lot of things that goes on in my head like before I go to sleep, but it is fucked up that I feel like that on a daily basis. Like I'm happy, but I can't really like truly be happy because of my like background and my family. And I don't hate my family, but like the way they make me feel about my sexuality, it's not cool. It's not right. So I mean, that's like me hating on them, like the family members that I have that are straight, like, and I don't throw hate or shade on them. So I just feel like if I can accept them, and I'm not like, you need to be a part of my community, you need to be gay, you need to be lesbian, I mean, you can be bi. I mean, I don't do that with them. So I don't feel like...
I just feel like a lot of people, like, I think more so, like, on your, I don't know, I think mostly your mom's side. I don't know. I'm not judgmental, but...
I mean, it's mostly... Yeah, I mean, my dad's side, I don't know. I mean, my dad... as y'all know, passed away, but when I had MySpace, I put that I was bisexual at the time. I thought I was still into dudes, so I put that I was bi in my little bio thing, and my dad like called me about it and wanted to talk to me about it, but I mean, I honestly don't know because we never had that discussion. He ended up passing away the same year, so I don't know what my dad was going to talk to me about. I don't know my dad's feelings on it. Can't ask him now, so I really don't know how my dad felt about.
She just has to guess.
And I don't know. So I mean, that kind of bothers me too. That I'll never know what my dad wanted to talk to me about. I don't know if it was negative. I don't know if it was positive. I don't know if he was gonna put his like Christianity into it because my dad was a pastor. So I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how he feels. My mother Kaya. Like, I mean, she loves it, but like she's cool.
I know.
Like, they get along great, So
I feel like I'm black already.
So I mean, my mom Kaya, like she loves Ava and stuff like that, and I know how she feels about it. She was like all about the wedding, but shit happened, whatever. But she was just all about it, and my mom, like, she was like, no matter what, I'm gonna go. But I don't know. I just wish my mom was more like, she would just open her mind up to it more,
Well, I mean, I don't, because I know if I tell my story on this part, I mean, well, you can keep going, but I would say, I think I'm gonna do it on my channel because I don't want to make it super long, and I know that I
Yeah.
have a
I
motive
don't want to
talk,
make
but
it super long either because I mean, like, my videos are too long. Like, I watch myself. Like, I try to time myself. When I'm at my grandparents' house and I do videos, I'm like, damn, girl. Like,
I don't know. I think for me, like, for me, it doesn't really bother me because I've had, and I know her mom loves me. Like, I just want to point that out. But I've had a lot of people that I've been in relationships with their when their parents are not okay with it, and so I've kind of like built up this wall of like knowing that that's gonna happen. So it's kind of like when I got with her and she told me her mom was Christian, which I know it's fucked up, but that was like literally the. I'm like, okay, this is over. Like it's literally what's honestly not over with. Okay, no, hold on, no,
like,
hold on, babe,
hold
no,
up.
hold on, not over with our relationship. I meant like this is over. Like it's gonna be like hell from now on, literally, because that's literally the experiences I've had when I've dated girls that have Christian fucking parents. They were like extremists, and then when I saw her mom and she was like okay with it, I'm like, oh, this is a new thing. But then, I mean, I understand where she's coming from because I think what her mom battles is the fact of she's a mother, so she's automatically going to want to be supportive. She's automatically going to want to be loving and accepting of everything that her kids do. But
But
then
then
you
my
have the
mom's
Christian side
like,
of it, and it's like that's
she's
what
like,
fucks it
but
up.
she's like, I love you and support you, but then I feel like my mom's like, that Christianity kicks in, and she's like, but this isn't God's way, and blah blah blah, and then it hurts me too to think about it, because I'm like, if that's really true, if that's really how God is, like, when I die, I can't be with my family. You know, and that's what I think about all the time too. Is like when I pass on, I want to be able to be with my mom. I want to see my dad again. I want to see family members that I've lost through the years. And it, you know, like my grandmother. I'm like, that hurts to think that I'm not gonna be able to see them because of who I love, and that's, you know, that's fucked up to me. So I have to like, I feel like I have to cherish my family now because once I die, I'm never gonna see them again. So it's like it's a struggle. It's something hard, and it's just something that I don't like dealing with. Something that I battle, but I really don't want to try to be straight and do all this stuff to, you know, just to get into heaven and be with my family. Like
Well,
you know,
that's what I told you. Like she knows I don't deal with that stuff. But the thing is that it bothers me that she thinks like that because I don't do religion and all that stuff. But it's just like in my head, it's like of course, I don't want to be the reason. And I mean, regardless of it, but then I'm like, I'm being selfish because I'm like, okay, well, regardless, I'm not that great. Like, if she was with somebody else, it would be a female, and it wouldn't be my fault. It's who she is. But at the same time, like, I'm always joking. I'm like, well, we can just party in hell together. Like, it's cool, hang out with Satan. Because that's just how I joke about it. Because I literally don't care. Because I don't believe in that stuff. So it's kind of like, I'm just like, okay, well, whatever. Awesome. But I mean, it bothers me that she hurts because of that. Because like, I'm gonna talk about this on my channel, but I had a completely different upbringing. I mean, I've had drama with my mom because of it, but it had nothing to do with Christianity. It was because of something else. And so like, obviously, I never felt like I was doing wrong. I always felt like it was just a normal thing for me, and it bothers me that
yeah.
she feels like
I
it's
feel
something that's
dirty. I
dirty.
feel
Like
like
that's
it's
not.
abnormal. I feel like it's not right. But at the same time, like, it feels
She
right.
loves
Like,
it. Sorry.
it's just hard to deal with. Like, yeah, I have to laugh because if I don't, I'll cry. But it's just something like that I continuously struggle with. Like, I feel gross, and there's times even when I'm, I'm just gonna put this out there. Y'all don't like it, don't watch it. But even when we have sex, like when I
Wait, hold
lay
on.
there, like
Sorry. I'm trying to make this funny because I don't want to get upset.
when I'm laying there and it happens, I feel dirty. I feel like it's something I shouldn't be doing.
I'm trying, yo.
It's because of my upbringing, and I don't feel like it's fair to me that I struggle with that like every day. So I mean, I don't know. I guess it's just something I'm gonna have to deal with the rest of my life just because of who my family is. I'm not gonna stop talking to my family, because of that. I mean, I love them and all. So I mean,
I know this video is getting kind of long, so I wanted to do a part 2 for you talking about situation that happened with your grandpa because that really
oh
irritated the
my
hell out
god,
of me.
I don't even know if I want to talk about that.
I think we should talk about it because it bothers her and it bothers me more so than like.
Yeah, but
But yeah,
we're
I
gonna
mean,
hop off of this one right now because it's getting long.
Right.
And if I keep talking about it, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna get it in my piercing.
Yeah, so I think it's, I think it's,
So-
yeah, I think she needs to like talk to somebody, like a therapist, about it and try to like learn how to cope with it, because that's not something you should feel.
But
like,
I don't
every
even
single
know
day.
if I will ever completely get over it, you know, even if I go to therapy, because I'll be like, this is who my family is, they're not going to change. And they're always going to make me feel like it's wrong in some way. So.
I think the best thing for her is to like, because I know like it's not easy to do, and I'm still trying to figure it out. But like, I think the only thing that she's gonna be able to do is just learn to like love herself enough to where she doesn't give a shit about what other people think, even her mom. And I know that she loves her mom more than anything, but she's gotten to the point with her tattoos and her piercings, and I know it's completely off subject, but and I know it's not on the same even like spectrum as being lesbian,
Not even the same wavelength.
the same wavelength or whatever, but it's kind of the same thing, because I remember when we first got together, she was so fucking terrified to get tattoos, and like she would try to back out because she didn't even want to deal with what her mom was gonna say. So I think with this, she has to get to the point, and she needs to like look within herself and be like, you know, how do I really feel about it, and not care about what everybody else says about it, because I mean that's what I had to do. Like I'm just like, fuck you, like whatever.
Lord, babe, it's getting long. Alright, guys, so.
I hope you guys enjoyed. This was like a coming out / Christian / I don't know,
I don't even know what
everything.
it was. But anyway, alright, y'all. Well, if you liked it, you can give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And, yeah.
Okay.
Hmm?
Bye.